Now to the NL East. Now this is in my opinion, the other toughest division to make sense of. I'm starting off. I'm a secondary Mets fan. I'm not ashamed to say it. Family's all Mets fans. I watch basically every Mets game. Sometimes there's times where I watch more Mets games than Red Sox games just because one, I love the SNY booth. I love Keith Hernandez, Cohen.
Now we got Uke.
That's what I'm saying. So I loved and then there's other times where it's just like, all right, do I want to watch bottom of the barrel Sox this year, or do I want to watch Pete Alonso at a homer? So I'm not gonna lie.
I've watched old Red Sox highlights over watching their current games. That has happened.
Yeah, so it happens. But with that said, I think the Mets are one of the best teams in baseball. I love this team. They lost Edwin Diaz for the season.
Terrible
way. Huge
loss.
Who's
going to fulfill that role?
Well, they got David Robertson, which could. I think Here, let me get to it. This team screams that the Mets are done with the bullshit, and it's just purely based off of the way Steve Cohen was spending this offseason. They bring in Justin Verlander, albeit old, Cy Young, literally last season. Kodai Senga, they bring him in overseas. They got David Robertson, another closing piece. Tommy Pham, I think, is going to be a really good piece for this team. Watch out for that. And then Jose Quintana, I know he's a little banged up right now, but this team, to me, I have a feeling the reason why they've been very conservative with their prospects, and they have a lot of them, Brett Beatty, Francisco Alvarez, best in baseball, Mark Vientos, Ronnie Mercurio. Shout out to Ronnie Mercurio. He's the one that saw and liked our Instagram story on Tipsy. But all these prospects, I don't think they need him to step in right now for the current team. I think Beatty could crack that roster, and I think he's disgusting. But keep an eye out. I think Francisco Alvarez, Vientos, Mercurio, there's a chance that some of these guys get dealt at the deadline and they just go all out. They get another starter. They get another closer. They get another bat. Who knows what it is? I think the Mets are kind of done with being screwed over, getting they're the Mets. The Mets are going to Met, whatever it is. I think that this team, 90 to 105 wins, they have maybe my highest total and ceiling in baseball.
Well, they can be sick of it all they want. They're still coming in third in this division.
Oh boy.
The Phillies and Braves are both better teams than them. I don't care what anyone says. The Phillies are electric.
I love the Phillies.
Even if the Phillies come in third in that division, they'll go further than the Mets in the playoffs. They have star power. They have the star power that you need. They have the grit that you need. They have the balls that you need to win in October. We saw it last year. Okay. I loved them last year. Obviously,
So is your Phillies your number one? They're to win the division?
I think the Braves will win the division, but I think the Phillies come in second.
And then you have the Mets at
And then
third.
I have the Mets in third.
So I have the Braves at second. I think they're my other contender, one of my other contenders for best team in baseball.
You know what? No. Phillies are going to win that division.
Okay.
They added
Put it on
enough.
the table. This guy
They
loves
added enough.
Philly. He hates the Eagles, but he loves the Phillies.
The Eagles are a joke.
Don't talk about my Weagles.
The Weagles are a joke. The Willies. The Willies are awesome.
But so I have the Braves second in this division, all right? 90 to 105 wins, similar to the Mets. I really like the squad. This team is almost perfect from a general management position. They have so much youth and star power. It's incredible to watch. Ronald Acuna will get going again.
He's so gross.
He's going to be amazing. Austin Riley is filthy. Absolute home run masher. Spencer Strider.
I love Olsen.
Matt Olsen. I mean, they have all the pieces. All of them. They just added Sean Murphy from the Oakland A's basically for free. And I think this team's going to be disgusting. I think this team, another team that has one of the higher ceilings, maybe top 3 highest ceilings in the league. Watch out for them. I think they're going to make a deep run in the playoffs. And then I have the Phillies at 3, but it's kind of it's crazy. So I have those two teams at 90 to 100
The only thing that I can understand about you having them at third is they easily have the lowest floor.
Yeah, I think
if
so.
If the Phillies don't play how they can, they're probably an 85-win team. But it's not going to happen based on how much talent they have.
Exactly. So that's the thing. I have Mets and Braves 90 to 105 wins, and then I have the Phillies at 87 to 105.
Mm-hmm.
Same ceiling, same potential, a little bit lower of a floor. They're another team that I want to put in that group for the best team in baseball. Do you get the trend yet? The NL East is stacked.
Trey Turner to the Phillies.
Trey Turner's disgusting.
Insane.
He's disgusting. Not even to mention Craig Kimbrell. They've got Taijuan Walker, who I really like from the Mets. I really like that move. There is something to monitor though. Rhys Hoskins just tore his ACL. He's out for the year.
I think that's a move that you can
recover from. I think you can recover from. He's always been solid, but
now,
underwhelming.
If you lose
Schwarber's
you're
a
fucked.
monster. Yeah.
If you obviously
Schwarber's a beast.
One thing that I think is getting very overlooked from this offseason and even last year, Harper was hurt halfway through the season and then into the playoffs last year. His elbow was like destroyed.
Yeah.
And
hopefully you get a healthy
now
time he gets back.
He had this whole offseason. He opted out of the World Baseball Classic. He's been rehabbing, he's been recovering.
Yeah.
And now you have a fully healthy, ready to go, fully loaded with the best team he's ever been on, Bryce Harper. And that's a scary thing.
I'm excited
for the entire MLB.
I'm really excited to see it. This division's going to be insane. And then I don't even want to rule out the Marlins are going to be good. They're not going to do anything special, but they're going to be good.
A talented young team.
That
wrong place, wrong time.
Exactly. This division's too stacked. I like the direction they're heading in. Jazz Chisholm is a beast. Cover of the show. Don't know how deserving he was to be the cover of the show.
No, he was not deserving to be the cover.
I mean, I want a little bit more. A little bit, maybe a
I would have gone
season.
like Raffy Devers.
Or maybe not make him an 86 or an 81 or whatever he is. Maybe make him a 90. I don't know. But I think for the Marlins, the key here is let Jazz Chisholm be himself. There's a lot of issues where a lot of people want him to get traded or wanted to trade him because he was, he's flamboyant. He's into the game. Mm-hmm. He does his stuff.
I think emotion's coming back to baseball, though.
Yeah, I think let him rock. Luis Arias is a great addition for them. Absolute batting title, just hits, mm-hmm. average.
Mm-hmm.
I like what they're doing. It's not their time yet.
Yeah.
And then the Nationals, a lot of youth, not much else. I think they're in the spot we all predicted them to be in. I do want to mention there are guys that I do think are going to have solid seasons for them. Keibert Ruiz, their catcher from the Dodgers. C.J. Abrams, shortstop from the Padres. Josiah Gray, Mackenzie Gore. And then I do want to mention James Wood, just so I have this on tape. James Wood is going to be a superstar in this league one day. Not yet, but he will be.
Mm-hmm.
He's their outfield prospect. I have them at 55 to 70 wins, and the Marlins at 75 to 87 wins.
I see the Marlins winning 77 games, 78 games.
Yeah. It's just a bad
They're
draw.
a good team, just
a bad draw.
Division's so loaded.
Okay,